Did I figure it out? Okay, we're back.
We're back?
We're back. We might be back. We're doing this in the kitchen because bugger it. Go, Michael. Do stuff.
What's up, guys? Team PK here. Apparently I actually get to be in front of the camera now. I got top 4 at one of the first locals back. Capped at 30 players, but coronavirus is a cut. I played Burning Abyss with Phantom Knights.
And Michael's. This is Michael's deck.
Played 2 tour guide.
It's almost a scary rarity. Why is it all black?
Because Chen colored it in.
Whack. Okay.
He gave it to me for free.
Okay. Well.
2 Rhino. Because it's like, I don't know. It's like this makes your Dante mills better because like this is like basically more graph and more scum and like more Sir if you want to hit that card, I guess. And like it's just like makes your normal summon better. Like I don't know. That's the right word. Just makes your BAs applicable, basically.
Okay. May I respect that?
Free Farfa because this one's the interrupt. You basically always want to be like if you're going second, you want to mill this card. You kind of want to like this is what you want to put under your Beatrice if you're not putting Graph or Rhino under it. I don't know. Just having 3 of this is always relevant. 2 Scum. I was gonna play 3 of this as well, but basically space became an issue, and I had to cut something. I had to cut some cards down. Like my ratios are really whack, and I'll show you later on. But it's all on the basis of like making room for shit. And then 1 of cards that do things. This isn't here because I was gonna play Needle Fiber, but I couldn't end up getting 1 in time. But so realistically, this probably should have just been something else. I was thinking about making it the Scum, but I figured I'd rather the different name. Nothing really to say about that. Then Phantom Knights. These were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ironically enough, the extra deck card they put in there were like sucked. I never actually made them, but like these being like extra resources that this made your Dante mill like way better. The problem was though, like I kept getting to the point like where I would make my Dante, I would go burn for my Dantes, and like my other rank 3s would be dead because I hadn't seen these cards. So maybe I have to like fiddle around with the ratios a little bit, but basically I don't know. These were really good, but I can never get the break sword and the leviator to be live for them.
You need to play more of them essentially.
Basically, but I can't fit anymore. And I played these. Basically, this was like more for the needle fiber thing. This is supposed to be an emergency teleport, but I couldn't be bothered looking for one. So I thought, screw it, just another one. And like this is like a tuner for needle fiber. Plus, I played Virgil in the extra deck, so like it just randomly comes up. I can just pop a card if I synchro summon for it. And like with needle fiber, we like I don't know, facilitate some combos, which I didn't end up playing.
Fair enough.
But yeah, apart from that, it's just like random extenders. So it means you can just like normal summon this and like special this and still make a Dante. And then lastly, I played 3 hand traps, just the Ash Blossom. Probably should have played like another hand trap of some sort, but I figured like my going second against like the combo decks would be fine because they just set multiple traps and break into them, which was kind of true, but it's just really hard at points. So I don't know, probably playing like another hand trap would have been fine.
Getting hand traps though is like.
Also, the fact I just didn't have access to hand traps.
Getting hand trap is not fun.
I don't know. Like, I feel like at this point it's probably going to be put like in future probably like an Imperm or a Veiler in. Like Veiler because I can play like the Access Talker, Needle Fiber, OTK, whatever it is. But I don't know. If not, I'll just play Imperm.
Yeah. And it's weird because you need to play Selene for that. It requires spells, I think.
Speaking of spells, these are the only ones I played. This was amazing.
This got silly.
Like it just the amount of like work Dark Lord just carries for a reason. Like losing around 1 today. I set this. My opponent goes Signet Mining, pitch to spinning, and I flip this, and he's for Dark Lord, and he just like adds Lady Debug or some shit. And I triggered Dark Lord, and I hit the Gazelle out of his hand. And like this is already going well.
Oh my soul!
Like he just opened the Gazelle, and I made him not open the Gazelle.
Ow!
And then just like puts on like a lot of like random pressure for the thing. Like everything is graveyard oriented at the moment, so if you can just like go first and just put them in like weird spots, like against Dino, it just flat out won me the game against Dino as well because the babies have to be destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Eldritch cards have to go to the they all work in the graveyard. They don't do anything if they're banished. Adamantipator, need a loaded graveyard to keep going. All that kind of shit. Also, random mirror match.
Being like a portable pitch as well, so just like a pitch whenever you want is like, I would assume be pretty solid as well.
Yeah. And then I just like played craps. Fog Blades. I feel like I don't know if all three is needed, but one was an easy side out. Like I almost sided one out almost all the time, especially if I was going second. But I don't know. I like having three in the main deck because it's just like utility.
I like Finish Chain. Finish Chain is pretty good card.
3 Wing Blast and 3 Dynamiscus. Basically, like the main problem you have with like the PK cards and all that kind of stuff is like you can clunk up your hand. So like having these and I can pick them up. The mask changes means that you can almost like always get like your clunky cards out of your hand into the graveyard. And like these just all do really wing. This is originally going to be Karma Cup because I feel like Karma Cup against like the Eldritch deck is just really good. You can just banish multiple lords for free. But I don't know. I couldn't get Karma Cuts in time, so I just like last minute grabbed these.
Was 9 discards too much?
From time to time, it wasn't too bad. But it was a couple of times where I had like 3 of these and like 2 cards in hand. But like it's manageable, so it's not too bad. Especially that you can Beatrice attach to Dante or like a Scarm Search just to facilitate putting cards in hand. So it's never the end of the world. And then finally, just played Free Strike. So I feel like going second, I can like
Common Strike.
I know it's great. I feel like going second, I can literally just like make a Beatrice and then like any discard trap and a strike, and I can always crack into any board with like no problem. I faced like Eldritch today, and like I literally ended on like a Beatrice with a Rhino under it with a set strike. And I literally go like Beatrice detach the Rhino. He ashes me, so I go Rhino effect, and he tries to savage it, and I just negate with a strike. And suddenly just had like lost all of his war presence.
Scary. Doesn't like Common Strike negate itself? Because it does work.
I don't think so. It worked.
Looks like
It worked pretty well for me today.
Oh, Ulti Strike you don't have to pay cost for.
Yeah.
Common Strike negates itself.
Yeah, but this cost me $2, and the Ultra Strikes are like $600 apparently.
An amount that we're not dealing with.
Extra deck. Played 2 Dante. A third one kept coming up, which was weird, but I felt like it purely came up because like my PK engine wasn't big enough. So like because of that, I couldn't make. Basically, I had to make I wanted to make a third one of these instead of one of my other rank 3s. Speaking of my other rank 3s, this is supposed to be a Levier, but River the Jew and wanted to take it back as soon as the event finished. A Breaksword and a Reader. This card's probably going to get cut. Levier was made once, and I didn't make the Breaksword at all. So like the Breaksword, when it dies, it brings back the 2 PKs to level 4s to make this. In case I can't kill you, but I don't know. This just never came up because this never came up. So this will be cut for something else.
Fair enough. You'd probably keep playing the Breaksword though, just 'cause I feel like that card would come up.
Well, yeah, these will be coming up. Especially if I figure around, jumble around with the PK ratio, this will be more live. So hopefully it'll be okay for future. But yeah, I don't know. Like it just came to the point like I needed a third Dante a couple of times today, which was really weird because that shouldn't be happening. Beatrice, Cherubini. This is BA deck, just standard shit. Let's see. IP with your Nightmares. Like this is generally a thing. Your tour guide just ends on Nightmare Beatrice. So tour guide will end on your IP Beatrice, and then you just make one of these for like basically free and just like so far ahead. No, you don't lose any advantage doing it. You just like have like free interrupts for no reason. Then we play the Boojin Leak. This thing is so good.
Oh, glare, dear Lord. Help!
So for if people don't know what this does, basically you need 2 monsters of the same level to summon it. Then its effect is once per turn you can take a monster in the graveyard and a monster in your hand who are the same level, summon them, and then immediately overlay with them. So what I would do with it is I flat out made it with 2 Paleos today to bring back a Rhino from the graveyard and a Boots from my hand to make Dante, and then detach, and this also, if it points to an Exceed and uses the effect, it's an MST.
Jeez.
So it's a cool thing you can do like on your opponent's turn, like against like when this first came out, the original Inferior had like you face like Pendulum or like some bullshit like that. You can like make this with the Beatrice under it, and then when Beatrice attaches to interact, it's like there's also an MST on their turn.
It's kind of working.
And it's some really cool utility. It doesn't come up often, but like it comes up huge when it does. Then I played Excess, Code Talker, and Borrow Sword. Basically, at the point I couldn't decide which one I wanted to play, so Josh like wanted to play both, and I did, and they were both great. I don't think I ever actually used the pop effect on this thing, but it just got to the point I was like, cool, I can just kill you now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just large.
Yeah,
So.
it's literally I would IP into Unicorn, and then I would just like tour guide, and you'd be dead. You'd be dead. It's just a game. We played Dark Law for the Mask Change. Like, this is so unbelievably good. And finally, I played a Virgil. Virgil was like more in here. Like, I figured like I wanted something because I'm playing a grindier version. I wanted something for the Beatrice to float into because some people were destroying it, which they were. But like the problem with it is like because this isn't during either player's turn. It kind of just sat there and didn't do anything.
Mm.
But like in theory, I didn't want to play purple Dante because I didn't want to have a card in the extra deck just for when Beatrice died. So this also overlaps is that I can actually hard make it and interact. Especially when you're facing like Eldritch or something. They leave like a Lord in the graveyard or have like one of the Golden Land traps. You can just like pitch a BA to shuffle them back to the deck so that they can't float off them later. So I thought that was like really cool, and like the dying and draw a card probably came up, but like I don't know. I only ever summoned it off Beatrice dying, and I never actually used the effect to shuffle anything back. So I don't know. It probably could have just been the purple Dante and would have been better. Then side deck, super thrown together. Lava Golems, because going second against the Eldritch board, you just want to, especially because you can't play through a Herald.
That card would be the big guy.
So you just want kind of like have like the Herald board, like Herald Savage, just want to kind of like Lava Golem it, and like play it. And like the normal summon isn't too bad because you just when you're signing this in, you can side out like your normal summons, like you can side out a Rhino, a couple of the PK cards, and like it's okay. Nibiru, because this is I don't know, this card's like I really hate this card, but like there's some situations where you just really want to have it.
It's just something you need to play.
It's just something you need to play. Cosmic. I don't know. I feel like this is self-explanatory.
Oh yeah.
Chalice, because like the VFD deck, like any VFD deck, this is really good to like push into. You also have like another out to like the Herald cards, like Abyss Dweller, stuff like that. Because Salad can make like Abyss Dweller really easily now. So it's just like it's something that also like another thing is I also didn't have access to imperms, so like fucking just like side Chalice for all the things I want to have the imperm for. And yeah, it was really, really good. And then like finally, because I like wanted more cards for back row deck, I decided into 3 twins. I never sided these in, even though I played against Geist, which is like the ideal deck I would side this for. I just didn't side it.
That's whack. I mean, your extra deck has so much backward removal in this, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else, or are we good?
No, I think that's about it.
This has been a deck profile brought to you by Meme Gang.